Wait, what do you mean Michael B. Jordan's name was read out loud in Diddy's criminal trial? What do you mean Kid Cudi might testify? Why is Mike Myers somehow involved? And why is Diddy sitting in a courtroom in reading glasses, counting jurors on his fingers like this is Sesame Street Rico edition? Welcome to day one of the trial that might break the entire music industry. If this Diddy saga has you hooked, just wait. More secrets are coming out, more stars are speaking up, and things are only getting wilder from here. So hit that subscribe button right now and stay locked in. Because when the next bombshell drops, you're gonna want to be the first to know, not the last to catch up. This is just the beginning. Sean Diddy Combs is officially facing a federal court, and this courtroom is not playing around. We're talking 8 lawyers, 2 lunch breaks, 1 confused juror who saw a guy get run over by a train, and a jury pool that's already seen the Cassie video. And in the middle of all this, Michael B. Jordan's name is listed as a potential witness. This is not a drill. Let's get into it. The vibes at the Manhattan federal courthouse at 8 a.m.? Pure chaos. Media vans, reporters fighting for space, publicists holding back panic attacks. It was giving Met Gala red carpet but make it felony charges. And inside the building, even wilder. Diddy rolls in wearing a formal suit, trying to keep it low-key, but those courtroom sketches don't lie. Reading glasses, pale face, tight posture, no smile, no swagger, no family. Yup, none of Diddy's family showed up, not even for day one, and the whispers started immediately. Has the loyalty snapped? Are they trying to avoid being tied to him legally? Or is everyone just jumping ship before the fallout hits them? Either way, the man is sitting there solo, flanked by 8 lawyers and reportedly sweating buckets. And in classic trial melodrama, he literally raised his hand during court to ask for a bathroom break, saying, "I'm sorry, Your Honor, I'm a little nervous today." A little nervous? You're facing decades in prison, and half of Hollywood may be called to testify. Yeah? Nervous doesn't quite cover it. Let's talk about jury selection, because it's already a wild show. The judge, Arun Subramanian, is going through over 150 potential jurors, grilling them on their knowledge of the case, past trauma, familiarity with Diddy, and media exposure. Spoiler alert, literally everyone has seen the Cassie video. And while jurors are claiming they can be impartial, come on, once you've seen a man assault his girlfriend in a hallway, there's no unseeing it. Even the judge seems aware that this is a problem, but that doesn't stop the process. And then comes Juror 22. Juror 22 is giving AI-generated chaos. He says he once saw someone get hit by a train, and it didn't faze him. He asks why it's called the United States versus Combs, as if this is his first ever trial. This man is clearly out of it, but here's the kicker. He hasn't been removed, because Diddy's legal team wants people like this. People who are so removed from reality, they might just miss the whole point. Meanwhile, another juror admitted to stealing from a bank his mother worked at. One said they know Kanye West. Another one works at HBO, the same network behind the Fall of Diddy documentary. You can't make this up. This isn't a jury, it's a reality show cast. And then the moment hits, the list. The judge asks the jury, "Do you recognize any of these names as potential witnesses or parties related to the case?" And someone in the back goes, "Yeah, Michael B. Jordan." I'm sorry, what? Michael B. Jordan, as in Creed, as in sexiest man alive, as in Hollywood's favorite good guy. What is he doing on a witness list in a federal case against Diddy? We don't know. There's no explanation yet. His name was just there like it belonged, right alongside Kid Cudi and Mike Myers. Let's pause. Mike Myers, as in Austin Powers, as in Shrek. What kind of Avengers courtroom initiative is this? Why are these names showing up now, on day one? What have they seen? What are they connected to? And who else is still on that sealed list? Because if this is what's already been revealed, what's still being hidden? Now here's where things get even darker. One of the jurors had to be dismissed, because they had personal connections to Al B. Sure, who, wait for it, is the ex of Kim Porter, the mother of 3 of Diddy's kids. Now Kim Porter died in 2018, under what some in Diddy's circle have whispered were suspicious circumstances. But that's never been formally investigated, until now, because Diddy's own attorney during jury selection referred to her passing as a mysterious death. Excuse me, you're defending a man whose ex died, and you're calling it mysterious on record. Do you want the prosecution to win? Why is Kim Porter's name even being mentioned in this case at all? What does her story have to do with the current allegations? Or maybe the better question is, what doesn't it have to do with them? Because if this trial starts pulling in past incidents, past silences, and past cover-ups, then it's no longer just about Cassie, it's about everything. The most telling image from today wasn't the courtroom sketch or the juror chaos. It was Diddy sitting alone, no sons, no daughters, no family, no ride or dies. This man once rolled through clubs with a 20-person entourage and 2 personal photographers. Now, he's got no one in the gallery, and for the first time in years, maybe ever, he looks small, not powerful, not invincible, just a man, watching the walls close in, because he wanted a speedy trial, and now that the clock is ticking, he's stalling, asking for breaks, sweating, watching jurors like their opponents in a poker game. The bravado is gone, the empire is quiet, and all that's left is the truth. Let's just be brutally honest, the fact that Michael B. Jordan's name was read out loud in a courtroom on day 1 of Diddy's federal trial is sending shockwaves through the industry. Not subtle ones, not TMZ headline level. No, we're talking underground earthquake that nobody wants to acknowledge because everyone is too busy holding their breath. And that's what this is, right? A full-blown celebrity panic attack. The glittering world of red carpets and record deals is shaking because the Diddy trial is no longer just Diddy's trial. It's a subpoenaed autopsy of an era, and every name that drops, Michael Cuddy, Myers Porter, is another brick yanked out of a foundation that's been rotting for years. And can we talk about the timing? This trial kicks off on the same day as the Met Gala. You cannot write this kind of symbolism. The pinnacle of celebrity performance, fashion, illusion, curated chaos, and at the same time just a few thousand miles away, one of the most powerful men in music is sitting in a courtroom, stripped of ego, stripped of status, getting picked apart by the American justice system, like a defendant on Judge Judy. This is not coincidence, this is karma with a press pass. Because while celebrities are out here trying to serve gilded glamour on the Met steps, the court system is peeling back the reality. You can't just vibe your way out of decades of power abuse. You can't moisturize your image with brand deals and expect the feds to stay out of your closet. Meanwhile, not a single A-lister is saying a damn word. Silence. Crickets. Not even a vague thinking of everyone involved post. You know why? Because everyone's watching what names get dropped next. Everyone's PR team is in DEFCON mode. Phones are being wiped. Lawyers are being looped in. Entire teams are digging through old NDAs, like Indiana Jones looking for buried liabilities. Because it's not just about who's guilty, it's about who knows something, and stayed quiet. And don't get it twisted, this isn't some isolated scandal. Diddy's parties were institutional. If you were even half in the industry in the early 2000s to mid-2010s, chances are you got an invite, or at least heard the stories. You knew what it meant to be brought into the circle. You knew that once you were in, you didn't ask questions. You played your part, smiled for the camera, shut up when the door closed. Now suddenly, the doors are being pried open, and everyone who thought they were safe behind them is sweating. Because this trial is the first time in decades we've seen someone with this much money, this many secrets, and this much protection actually stand trial. Not settle, not dodge, stand trial. And when jurors are saying on day 1 that they've already seen the Cassie video, that they recognize names like Michael B. Jordan, that they have connections to HBO or Al B. Sure, or Kim Porter, we're not just talking about a legal case anymore. We're talking about an industry unraveling in real time. Because here's the thing, when you bring Michael B. Jordan into the conversation, you're not just mentioning an actor, you're invoking the current face of modern, sanitized brand-approved black male stardom, Creed, Marvel, Dior campaigns. A man who has never been associated with scandal is suddenly tangentially linked to a courtroom battle involving trafficking allegations and celebrity coercion. No wonder people are freaking out. Now we don't even know what his involvement is yet. He could be a witness, a bystander, someone who saw something but didn't even realize what it meant at the time. And honestly, that's even scarier. Because if someone like MBJ got pulled into this without realizing it, who else got swept up in the Diddy machine? Kid Cudi's name was dropped too. Let's not pretend like that didn't send shivers down everyone's spine, because Cudi's been through it. He's been open about his mental health struggles, his past battles with addiction, the toxic industry that nearly chewed him up, and now his name is in this trial. Why? For what? Mike freaking Myers, gets casually name-dropped and nobody even blinks. That's how normalized the weirdness has become. We're now at the point where Shrek might be sitting in the witness box, and everyone's just like, yeah, that tracks. You have to ask how many people were in these rooms, how many names have been buried in sealed court documents, and how many are just waiting for day 2, day 10, day 20, when they get pulled into this circus whether they like it or not. Let's be real, the thing that terrifies Hollywood isn't guilt, it's exposure. It's the idea that the curated version of their brand, their legacy, their innocence might crack, that the fans will finally see the gaps, that the public will stop forgetting, because up until now, the system worked. Allegations came out, settle, scrub the internet, drop a wellness podcast, post a photo with your kid, boom, redemption arc. But this trial doesn't care about redemption. This isn't PR. This is prosecution, with federal paperwork, with real consequences, with jurors counting your sins with their own fingers. And let's not ignore the fact that the entire process is being documented live. This isn't some sealed shadowy case happening behind closed doors. This is front page news, Twitter threads, Reddit sleuths, TikTok lawyers explaining court strategy to 13-year-olds over Starbucks orders. There is no hiding, not anymore, and you can feel it in the air, this eerie celebrity stillness, this we're gonna pretend nothing's happening energy. It's the same kind of nervous silence you feel right before the dam breaks. The Met Gala couldn't even distract us from it this time, because no matter how many corseted gowns or viral red carpet memes we get tonight, everybody's still thinking about that courtroom, about that lone man in glasses, counting jurors, about the fact that his own lawyer slipped and referred to Kim Porter's death as mysterious, about the fact that HBO, Kanye West, and multiple celebrity-adjacent jurors are being shuffled in and out like chess pieces, about the fact that this isn't stopping, it's only starting. You can't help but wonder who's next, who's going to be called out, who's going to have a name casually read out loud to a room of 150 jurors and reporters, and suddenly their whole image changes forever, because that's what Diddy's trial is doing. It's not just putting him on blast, it's putting the whole system on notice. Hollywood built its empire on secrets. This trial is a wrecking ball, and we're only on day 1, so buckle up, turn on those notifications, stay subscribed, because if Michael B. Jordan's name is getting read out this early, you already know, this trial is about to expose everything, and when it does, we'll be right here breaking it down, name by name, secret by secret, lie by lie. Stay tuned. This isn't just a scandal, this is history in motion, and it's not going quietly. So let's recap. Michael B. Jordan's name was just listed in a federal courtroom. Kid Cudi might testify. Mike Myers is apparently involved in something. And Diddy, he's cracking. The trial hasn't even started yet. This is just jury selection, and it already feels like we're in season 4 of a Netflix series. And if this is day 1, then baby day 15 is going to shake the industry. But what do you think? Why is Michael B. Jordan's name on the list? Will these celebrity witnesses actually show up? And what secrets does this courtroom still have left to spill? Drop your theories in the comments. Don't be shy, go full Reddit mode. And if you want daily breakdowns of this absolutely unhinged courtroom saga, hit that subscribe button. Because by the time this trial is over, we might not even recognize Hollywood anymore. See you soon. It's only just begun.